Good morning and welcome to another episode of Holy FaceTime. This morning is August 17th, and from our Woman in Orbit book on the Blessed Virgin Mary, today is the feast of Our Lady of Graces and Gifts, according to the Woman of Orbit. And so I read this and I thought it's so beautiful. I really wanted to do something for the Assumption, and I got home too late and our day was really busy, so I never got a chance to actually do anything for the Assumption. So I said, I'll make it up to Our Lady by doing Our Lady of Grace and Gifts today. So we begin. Jesus received his human life from Mary. Hence, all who wish to become his brothers and sisters must have Mary as their mother. They must receive the life of grace from her. Jesus is the author of grace, and Mary communicates it to us. We receive that life through her in baptism. Should we lose it through mortal sin, Mary will restore it to us. If we go to confession, of course, then through the priest, then that grace will come back. Like any mother, Mary cares for that life. It is she who nourishes it, and she develops it and protects it. We are taught that grace is a transitory help. It enables us to avoid evil and do good. Little do we appreciate actual graces. We can safely say that there is not one actual grace given here on earth that does not pass through Mary's hands. In his supreme independence, God has ordained that no request will be accepted by him unless it goes to him by his mother, and no grace will be granted unless it be given through her. Mary is not the source of grace, but the treasurer of God. In her hands he has placed all the gifts and all graces. He has given her the liberty that she gives to whom she wills, as she wills, also as much as she wills. Mary is God's great reservoir of graces. To her, then, we must all turn for the graces we need in order that we will live a holy life. She is the ocean of grace, and from her all humanity must draw its needed grace. And as St. Louis de Montfort tells us, even as God gathered all the waters to form the sea, he has made an assemblage of all his graces and called it Mary. We must not make the mistake of thinking Mary as an intermediary who is unaware of the distribution of graces, nor must we think that she does not have the time to concern herself with each person who prays to her. She is fully aware of every request made to her. Mary prays for all. For each one, she intervenes in particular. She thinks of the rich and the poor, of the wise and the ignorant, of the sinner and the just, or the saintly. Her prayers are all powerful over the heart of her divine Son. For this reason, she is known as the all-powerful suppliant. Whenever we receive a favor, we receive it from God through his mother. In the order of nature, as well as the order of grace, everything we possess we receive through the hands of Mary. All we have to do is look about us. Everything we own comes to us through her. For the very fact that we are still alive, we ought to thank Mary. Gifts or mind, talents, qualities worthy of admiration, for these too we ought to thank Mary. Mary has heaped favors upon favors on us in order to make the work of our salvation easy. We might well say that Mary has covered us from head to foot with temporal and spiritual gifts. This is not an exaggeration. Pope Pius XII, speaking to the Marian Congress of Chile, quoted an author of the Middle Ages: "If we are joyful and prosperous, if we practice virtue, if we have salvation, grace and virtue in our old age as well as in our youth, if we have great honors, a reputation, if we are worth something, and if we have riches, however modest, it is certain that we have received them through the intercession of Mary." Shouldn't we then bless such a generous benefactor? She is our mother, who is constantly watching over us, in order that we one day come face to face with her divine Son. I love that ending. Isn't that beautiful, eh? So I hope this makes up for the missing the Assumption Blessed Mother. This, I thought it was just a beautiful how they describe the gifts of Mary. And, I can't tell you that in my own life and in my wife's life, the minute, and I've seen it in other people's lives too, at the minute that we gave ourselves to Mary through a consecration to Mary, and, in just like Pope John Paul II, it's like our lives were, it was like a beginning, like a new beginning. Like you felt more in love with our Lord, because she brings you to our Lord. So you felt more in love with the sacraments and the church. You find all these beautiful things that seem to be as if you were looking through a new lens, right? You see beautiful new colors, and you see the beauty of everything. So I just wanted to leave you with these thoughts for Holy Face Time today, and I hope you all have a beautiful Saturday, even though it's wet and rainy here. But until next time, blessed be his holy name, and blessed be his adorable face. God bless you all. Bye now.